Man, where you at looking fresh? Where you at?
But you in Marshall? You in Marshall? Hey, look at that. Look at that.
What the fuck,
Bringing you the knowledge, come and see.
What up?
You see my glasses? You didn't say nothing about my glasses.
Yeah, they're.
Got my glasses.
You know
on.
what? What's this? What's the term they say? Flattery is I forgot what it's called. Anyway, but I'm influencing you. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to see that.
You know what?
Before
right.
we start the show,
You're right.
I want everybody to take a look at your boy. I look good. I mean, look at this beard, bro. I was getting all kinds of love on that cruise, man. You know, Wendy is a lucky girl. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my gal.
Bruh.
But she's a lucky girl because, man, do I look good, man. Hey, drop a comment below if you think your boy look good with this beard.
Thanks. Hey, thanks, two C's. Thanks for the compliment about the
C's.
intro. I was cool. Yeah, you got compliments about how you look. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, man. Look, Salt and Pepper Gang, baby. You should have saw that hat I had on too. I was looking good.
You should still have the hat on. But anyway, you should still have the hat on. But anyway,
you know
I actually
what
like
they
this
say?
look with the glasses on because this light is really
What's that?
bright. So it actually looks cool with the glasses on. Appreciate that.
Okay, so first of all, like I was saying, I only wear the glasses on the corner, not on any other show. So I just want to make sure I make that well known. So please don't get the idea that every week you're going to wear these sunglasses because that's not the whole point.
No, I feel like Stevie Wonder right now.
Yeah, you do look like him. What's up, boy? What's going on with you? How was your past couple of weeks?
Hey, ain't nothing too bad, man. Just back at work doing the work thing, so ain't nothing too bad. Got some user lose I got to burn up, getting ready for AFSA in a couple of weeks, so just gearing up for all that. Yeah. But that's about it. Just working hardly working. Hold on. What's this? Command Chief is officially dropped out. What? Commander-in-Chief officially dropped out. POTUS stepped down. Let's chat about what?
Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Oh, let's talk about this.
Wait a minute. I didn't even see that.
No, let's talk about this. Let me clear my ears real quick.
That was crazy. You just cleared your ears.
Yeah, I had these ear problems. I won't go into detail, but anyway, we'll talk about that in a minute. But first,
no, can we get to that right now? The people want to get to that.
Can I plug the AFSA thing? Pause. Let me cook a little bit. Let me cook. All right. So, friends and fam, UPC family, your boy Philly DC, and this guy here, Pete. We will be at AFSA. We will be at AFSA in a couple of weeks. And we're going to be walking around. We're going to be giving out some T-shirts, and we're going to be chopping it up with y'all. So we will be doing a impromptu show during AFSA, whether it be probably will be in the evening time. But if you're interested, we will let you know where we're at. Drop in if you like. If not, just listen to us live. But we're gonna talk about AFSA, what's going on AFSA, and a bunch of other things. It would be great to see you guys out there because I know y'all going to AFSA. Oh, I finally get my T-shirt. Chad, we're going to get you your T-shirt, bro. I'm sorry. And you know what? I will personally make sure we get you your T-shirt that day. I apologize for that. But I digress. Again, real quick, we will be at AFSA. So one of the things we're going to feature, as you know, every corner, we have the What the Duck Award, right? My baby, my gal, creative as she is, because I couldn't come up with a great design. She beat me easily.
Facts.
We have this T-shirt, so I'm going to show you. I got it on now. It's the What the Duck T-shirt.
You can't even see it.
Beautiful. You can't see it?
Oh, your mic's in the way. That's so bad.
Hold on.
Such bad production. Thank you.
How's this?
Better.
See? What the duck? See? Beautiful, isn't it?
It is
Nice
nice.
little T-shirt. It's got my name on it. I don't want to fall on the other side.
Appreciate that.
Oh, I will try to put in the comments the image that's going to be on the T-shirt. So we'll be giving out 5 of these at AFSA.
Just 5?
For folks who show up. Yeah, just 5, because we're going to eventually sell these joints. So if you're going to be at AFSA, you're going to get the exclusive joints. And then we're going to put them up for folks to buy the T-shirt. So the whole point of buying a T-shirt is to plug the show, right? So anyway, all right, I'll be quiet because it looks like my co-host here. I don't know why he's got his mouth wide open.
Yo, I literally came across my freaking phone.
And this is not news. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was.
Okay, it's a one thing knowing it's going to happen and it actually happening. That's like having the winner. Go ahead.
No, I'll be honest. I knew that was going to happen. It's funny. Wendy and I was having a big debate about it. And so, fun fact, real quick, I am a registered Republican. I know it's going to sound weird, but I am. And just bear with me because of Ronald Reagan. I love Ronald Reagan when I was a kid because he fought against the Soviets. So I'm big with Ronald Reagan. So that's when I registered as a Republican. But I won't go into details of what I feel about this election. But based on what's happening, I was telling Wendy, I said, look, after what happened to President Trump or former President Trump, the Democrats, they're going to have to do something. They're losing momentum. The Republican committee, their fan base is frenzy.
Hold on real quick.
And after the debate, I knew that was going to happen.
Anything that comes from Unpopular Celebrity Podcast is all unofficial. Unofficial. None of the conversations or comments from us or the guests represent DOD or the armed forces as a whole. All right. Yo, I know Chief Golf put this out there. So, Chief, you want to chime in? Go ahead. Because I'm really just looking at this for the first time right now. So, y'all are getting breaking news from the unpopular. Breaking news. From the Unpopular Celebrities podcast, and y'all hearing our reaction live. First of all, Senior Mick Williams, congratulations on big retirement. Congratulations on that. Good luck on the retirement going forward. I know you got a chief in the house, so you're still gonna be making that big money, big millionaire money. But so I heard your comments real quick. So you said you knew this was coming. You knew it was coming after the I don't know if I can do this, but I'm gonna do it. Assassination attempt by former President Trump. That's when you knew?
No, it was a number of reasons. One, after the debate between former President Trump and President Biden, it was bad. And everyone knows that, our president is, pretty old, as well as President Trump. But there was cases there has been a call that President Biden's cognitive ability was off. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you got to. It's funny you stopped the whole conversation about that.
Okay.
All of a sudden you see that comment.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, you know what? True story, y'all. When I was on a cruise, I had some lady walk up to me and she says, "Hey, handsome, are you married?" I said, "What do you think?" Anyway, I digress. So the debate and then what happened during when the attempted assassination of former President Trump. It just seemed like the Democratic Party's sales were starting to go down. But I mean, sales is like their morale. And there were folks in the camp, at least from what I've seen on news, that were really talking about President Biden needs to sit down. And I knew that was going to happen. So what would be interesting is who's going to take his place. Is it going to be Vice President Kamala Harris?
Hell
or
no.
Someone else. Anyway, I'll be quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, you said
hell no.
You said hell no.
Hell no.
I would love to hear your thoughts on that one.
Okay.
No, you open the door. You open the door. Why would you say hell no? You open the door, bro. Go ahead. Come on.
Look.
Don't be a wuss now.
No, for real. I just don't think she'd be a good candidate for the president, to be honest.
Okay, tell us why. Tell us why real quick.
She's invisible. Yo, you know who would win right now? You know who would really win? Can I just talk about who will really win for the Democrats?
Who?
Bro, Michelle Obama.
Okay, I would give you that. I
Hands
would give
down.
you that.
Hands down. She
I
would,
would.
she's the only one I could think of from the Democratic Party off the top of my head that can come to late and just actually have a shot. Actually have a shot.
Okay, I would agree with you with that.
And you know what?
Um,
It's so not embarrassing, but it just hurts my soul as an American. I love being American. Um, that we have these troubles like this. And this is why other countries that have emperors and prime ministers and stuff like that, they don't have these problems. We're trying to do things fairly. We're trying to do, new president every 4 years, but it's just like, what are we really doing right now? And this is what I'm talking about. McWilliams, see, I'm glad you're retired so you can say it. And I don't. She is so quiet. We never hear anything from the vice president. That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. For all this hype, and now it makes me think the President Biden, who I respect, hired her just for the vote to try to influence voters. That's it. Man, we're getting a lot of viewers. We're getting a lot of viewers. Let me calm down.
Hey, you know what? Hey, mad respect for you for saying that.
Oh,
Because here's why. I know you're treading on, thin ice. But let's be honest, man. We're not saying anything disparaging about, our commander in chief or the vice president. We're not saying that. We're saying it as voters, as citizens, right? And fun fact, I actually agree with you. I think I am worried about if I came back just in time. Shout out to 2C's, man. I hope you're enjoying your retirement, man. You're doing big things. So, but I had this debate with my lovely bride all the time. And if she's listening, hey, I love you, babe. But I know Kamala Harris is she is African American or have mix of African American.
I can't
and
wait
then
to
also
answer that.
she's a female. And also she is a AKA. Shout out to the AKA members out there. Ski wee, if I can say that. Ski wee. All right. But I got it. But I want the best person. Well, number one, let's be honest. We always want the person in it who values what we want, what we believe in internally. Not everybody else, but what I see or what I want out of a president, right? And vice president. And so for Kamala Harris, what I do agree, I think there are matters that are going on in the world that I think she's absent from, namely national security. I have concerns about her experience when it comes to national security matters. We've got the war going on between Russia and Ukraine. You have the conflict in the Middle East between Israel and Hamas. And then you have the looming war. Hopefully it doesn't come with China. And I really don't feel confident that Vice President Kamala Harris can deal with all that. I really don't. Now, issues within the country, okay, yeah, I think so. But even then, I have my questions about that. So, to be honest, I'm torn. I really am. Like, this is the first time I can remember where it's almost like, do you want a peanut butter jelly sandwich or do you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? It's like they're both the same. I don't see one better than the other. And I think it goes far beyond your party affiliation. I think there are concerns with both candidates, but I will admit, with what we have right now, prior to this announcement that you just brought up, I was leaning more towards the right. But we will see. Anyway.
So I brought up a point, said, maybe Kamala
I like
Harris was put in there for voters, and Seal said, what voters? And he said, hashtag black votes. Not only the African-American votes, but anybody of color or anybody of the minority, including women, to have their vote. Because you remember, it was a huge deal to have the first vice president be a woman. Huge deal. And I think that's where the narrative was not only was she a woman, but she also was African American. And I just think that was a way to push to get over President Trump at the time. That's just my personal feeling about it. That's just, and this is what I'll say about these debates. Part of the reason I retired because I don't want to be in the military for any of it. I hear you. I'm not even going to say anything negative about 2C's. Like, I get it. I think a lot of people doesn't want to join because of it. So I get why people don't want to stay. I will say this, and I'll get off the soapbox. When they debate back and forth, what I can't stand is when people say, oh, this is the new Hitler. He's going to destroy democracy if you vote for this person. Like, it's not that deep. It really isn't that deep. That's never going to happen. You could put me as president and Philly, DC as my vice president. We still wouldn't mess up democracy. Like, that's not going to happen. We're not going to turn into the Hitlers and just do whatever and just ramble crazy, no matter who the president is. So when you debate back and forth, I think back to like high school debates, you don't go at the person. And I think prior to Trump and Hillary, it wasn't really like that, even though I think it was Trump and McCain maybe started that. Maybe in the Obama, I forgot who he was going against first time. I can't think of his name
Trump?
right now. No, Obama, the first time.
McCain,
anyway, it was McCain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
McCain
so
and Palin ticket.
Yeah. So, So they never went like at each other personally. And I think once Trump started doing it, they were like, oh, this is what we have to do to win. So let me jump on the train and start doing it too. Like, why can't you just talk about what you're going to do for the... Thank you, Seal. John, it was John Kerry. You're right. Thank you. Talk about what you're going to do for the country. Talk about how, because Democrats and Republicans have different thought processes. Just talk about your thought process. Talk about how that's important for the next 4 years and move on. Like, I ain't got to attack nobody personally. Your thoughts, and then I kind of want to hear your thoughts because I don't think you really gave them as far as President Biden pulling out of the race this late in the game, because I really think there's a couple states that vote early, and now what are they going to do? But go ahead.
Yeah, so I just want to clarify something. So I think it was, you said Seal said John Kerry.
Yeah, I think it was John Kerry.
You talking about when Obama won his election, the first one, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't John Kerry. It was McCain and Palin that he went up against.
Who was the second time then?
Second time it was that's a good point. It wasn't John Kerry, because is John Kerry Republican or Democrat?
Go ahead, look it up.
Anyway,
I'll look it up.
I don't think it was. But anyway, so here's my thoughts on President Biden.
Romney.
Out. So
it was Romney. McCain.
Romney. Yeah, thank you.
Go ahead. Yep.
McCain and Romney. Thank you. Okay. So for President Biden, man, it's unfortunate because I think when President Biden came along and he went up against Trump and he won, I think he was the right candidate at the right time. Personally, I was a fan of Hillary Clinton. Personally, I wanted her to win, but obviously some stuff came out and it hurt her chances. But I think President Biden came on as he was the right candidate at the right time. Now, I think for whatever is going on with President Biden as far as his health or whatever issues is going on, I don't think he can beat former President Trump now. I think he's got too much stuff going on. There's a couple of issues that folks bring up about President Biden that I think, when you go up against Trump in a debate, he's going to go at you.
Yeah.
And they used to call, President Biden Scrappy Joe and stuff like that, right? And it's true. Like, he was scrappy, man. He'd go at you. And I think that's a lot of people, he appealed to a lot of people. But I think for now, he's lost some of that fight. And when it comes out in spurts. And they need him to be on point all the time, because that's one of the issues they're trying to bring up. The other party, the Republican Party, is that he's not fit to be president. Now, I will say this, and I will get off the soapbox. For the Republican Party, one of the things that's amazing, and everybody has different views on it. That's why, I don't want to go too deep into it. Like, let's be honest. Let's just be honest. whether you subscribe to the notion that it was all trumped up charges and it's not fair or it's legit, but how many president elects or citizens have you ever known, at least not in my lifetime, that were charged with I don't know how many counts, criminal charges, and is running for president? I mean, it's wild, isn't it? I don't know. I care. All right, well, I don't know how many.
Look, I don't think there's any.
Yeah,
but those are the rules. Those are the rules.
But this what illustrates the point. There are folks that are willing, a lot of folks that are willing to disregard that because of the two parties having issues going against each other. You know what it's like? It's like the lesser of two evils. It's like, hey, did you know so-and-so did this, that, and third? I know. But he sure makes some great ribs.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, yo, this dude did this and that. But yo, this dude, he can't dribble. He can't do this, whatever. But hey, on the court, he sure brings free beer. You know what I'm saying? It's like you willing to overlook all that stuff. And I feel like that's the case. And quickly to your point, I don't agree all that rhetoric too about, this Hitler stuff, whatever. I don't agree with it. I think both parties are both culpable when it comes to throwing darts at each other, slinging the mud back and forth, right? I don't believe in all the Hitler rhetoric.
Right.
But I do agree there's something to be said about a fan base or supporters that are willing to change the dynamic or upend the order just because you don't get your way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about the insurrection, right? So whether we believe it was lone actors or not, and this goes to the assassination attempt. I mean, like, really? I mean, like, we're supposed to be the example of the world. And everyone is watching this election, not just in our country, but around the world.
Right, right.
And I would tell you, whatever happens this election will dictate how the next 4 years go.
I mean,
when it comes to the economy, domestic issues, and the world stage. And I would tell you, these actors, China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, they're watching.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I'll be honest. I'm a little worried. I'm a bit worried. If you're a military service member, you should be worried.
Ain't worried about
you should
nothing.
Be concerned.
Ain't worried about nothing. Nah. I hear you. You know what? I got a question for you. First of all, my boy Eric, who's the first sergeant, so respect him. He said,
first sergeant, you gonna do the chant? Diamond, diamond, sharp, sharp, diamond, diamond, sharp, sharp, diamond, 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 sharp, 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 sharp. Y'all aren't y'all back for that one. Sharp.
All right.
Bruh.
All right. Eric said, when did Jeezy start podcasting with your peep? You do kind of look like Young Jeezy right now. Young Jeezy.
Hey, but you know what?
Yeah.
I look good.
He said, correct me if I'm wrong. You can't vote the president. Oh, you can't vote for the president, have a felony, but you can become president. Yeah, so he can't vote for himself, but he can run. Morris. Yep, 100%. 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I said pause.
Yeah. But yo, it's here's the crazy part. You know what everybody forgets? You know there's 3 people that run for president, right? The Republican, Democrat, and the Independent.
Whoever that may be.
This is time for the Independents to step up.
Oh, you know what? It is. That dude, no. I'm trying to remember that guy on the Independent. Oh, yeah, he's a Kennedy.
Oh, is it?
Remember in the debate, he did his own debate.
Yeah.
But they weren't there.
Yeah. But this time, if independents have any chance in the world, this is your chance because you just went from 33% to 50% that quick.
I know, man.
This is your chance to step up.
Where's Bernie Sanders at?
Yeah, he said, Bernie Sanders.
Thanks, Dale. Yeah, Bernie Sanders, what happened to him?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, remember, he was for folks in the comments, chime in. But remember during I think it was when former President Trump was trying to get elected. Bernie Sanders was hiding a race going up against Hillary, and he lost. And then it's like he fell off the face of the earth. I don't know what happened to him.
Oh,
You know,
wait a minute.
some people I think consider him like a socialist, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Says Bernie
is on the bench. I saw that joint. That was a mad meme too.
That's crazy.
He was like this.
Hey, shout out 2C's because he is about 200. Talk about President Biden is kind of old. He 200. Easy.
But let's be honest. I haven't seen bring back Perot. Ross Perot.
Fake. I think this works. It doesn't work.
No, it's gotta be like this, man.
I don't know how to do it.
It's gotta make a heart, man.
Usually it does it like on the FaceTime, like it will show the hearts.
But you know what? I forgot. Real quick before I continue on. Again, folks, this is the corner. I see a lot of people on there. Thank you for watching. But if you would like to chime in, which we would love for you to do, there's a link in the comment box that Pete's gonna put down there. Y'all jump on the show. Jump on the show. We would love to hear your thoughts. Don't be scared. We will take care of you. Just jump on for maybe like a minute or two, express your stuff, and then you can jump off. So again, it's the corner, your opportunity to get on. Now, back to the topic. Ross Perot.
Bronny James, of course, first of all, USA basketball almost lost. We'll talk about this real quick. But what do you think about Bronny James? What do you think about? You know what? It's funny. Man, you know what I thought about? You know what I thought about with Bronny James?
Yeah. What?
That's like Pooh getting to be chief ass sergeant just because
you keep the poofer out of it. Shout out to the body council, my son. AKA the poofer.
That's the first thing I thought about. Like, that's like Pooh being able to be chief because his dad's chief. Like, man, that's
I'm coming to see him in Guam too. I'm actually looking forward to seeing him in Guam too.
This is like he gets to be a DV because his dad's DV. This dude's, I ain't gonna say he's trash. I ain't gonna say he's trash. Like, my boy can hoop. Like, he can hoop, but that boy trash, man. He ain't NBA ready. And it's funny just because of who his dad is, he gets to be able to put in the NBA or get drafted. I'm like, this is crazy. But I will also respect. Go ahead.
Can we agree this is the reason why LeBron James won't be the greatest of all time because of these antics?
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
And Eric, bro, we've been talking about this for the past 30 minutes. 30 minutes, bro. And you supposed to be my shirt. You supposed to be a shirt with me, bro. Come on, big homie. We've been talking about this for 30.
Bruh. 30 minutes.
God, dog.
30 minutes.
Did we see it? We've been talking about it. Man,
Now here it is. Now here it is. We have been talking about this for 30 minutes. Please make sure you pay attention. Out.
Oh, man. He said I jumped on later when I'm at the barbershop. Barbershop on Sunday? What barbershop is open? Bro, you going to Gray Clips? You going to Super Clip?
Bro, you know, barbershop's like Chick-fil-A. They got to get that paper, bro.
No, that's the only barber. Or he has somebody's house. He has somebody's crib. Because that's the only barbershops open on Sunday. Ain't no barbershops open on Sunday. But anyway,
but seriously, can we agree this is why LeBron James will never be greatest of all time because of these antics?
Right.
I mean, Michael Jordan, his son was playing ball, right? He played ball in college. But bro, like he ain't never do nothing like this.
Nah. Wait, who played ball in college?
Come on. Michael Jordan's son, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Marcus Jordan.
I forgot where he
went.
For
a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, he went to some school, maybe like, I don't know, California Blue Dogs or something. I don't know, but he did play ball somewhere. But this is the reason why LeBron will never be greatest of all time.
Because of antics. Now, can he hoop? Mm-hmm. Yes. Can he hoop? Yes.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely. But
yeah, because
as far as like,
because of two incidents, it's really just two incidents. This one and how we left Cleveland the first time. That's it.
Oh, yeah. He was garbage.
What? He was garbage can juice.
Can juice or something.
Nah, but But yeah, you want to get into some other topics so we can go ahead because we
All right. Yeah. We'll
The
put a cap
Biden
on it.
thing for 30 minutes.
Go ahead.
If you guys want to chime in on the presidential race, again, comment. There's a comment in the box. Click it. We can get you on, but we'll move on to the other topic. Real quick, I just want to sing the praises of it's been 14 years since the last NCAA college football video game. Folks have been modding this game on PC, PS3 to update the rosters. It's been like a huge cult following. And finally, after 14 years, it is. It's back. And man, is it glorious. Anybody playing college football 25 from EA Sports, drop it in the comments. Because, bruh, this game is phenomenal. I'm a huge gamer, as you can see in the back. And I will tell you, I have played this game 4 days nonstop. And I got a lot of games. Not the flex, but I have a lot of games. But for me to play it that long, it is a friggin' awesome. It is a awesome game. I mean, it's flawless. It blows Madden out the water. Now, I've been getting the snot kicked out of me. I've only won like 2 games out of 30. And out of those 30 games, I'll mind you, I quit a lot of them. But it is an awesome game. It's all over the internet. So have you bought it yet?
Nope. I refuse.
Okay, now tell us why.
Refuse to wait, let me get my attitude.
Oh Lord.
I refuse to lose. Fuck them 22s. That's an old Cali song. But anyway. No, I'm not gonna get it. I feel like I'm done with Madden. I'm pretty much done with football games for a minute. Maybe 2 years. Maybe a year and a half, 2 years. I'm done with football games. It's all the same. Hey, here's the difference. I play online.
Okay, and
them boys be cheesing online, as you like to call it.
Okay, you the same way. You the same person that run the same play. Do I need to bring up iForm twins?
Yo, you know what's crazy?
Michael Vick, roll out to the right, tight end Crumpler, or Peerless Price, and run with Vick?
Oh, and he still prefers college football. Good. 2 seasons. I'm glad you told me that.
Hey,
Shout out to Kev. I'm not getting mad next year either. Mm-hmm. Thank you for telling me that. Yo, you know what's crazy? You want to hear something crazy? One of my dudes in the education office, he's a civilian. I don't even know how we got on the topic, but all of a sudden we started talking about Madden 04 when Mike Vick was on the cover when I was blasting y'all. And he was telling how unstoppable Vic was during the year. I said, y'all, I used to blast people with one play. It was 3 options, 1 play. But they all say that most unstoppable person. Yeah, most unstoppable person, man.
I love you like a brother, but there's a lot of people in the league that wanted to fight you because of that.
And bring
a lot of people.
Bring the heat. They can't whoop me. They can't whoop me. Beware what you, like the Chinese say, beware what you wish for.
I would say that it's a toss-up as far as the most powerful sports character in video games between Michael Vick and Madden and Bo Jackson. Tecmo Bowl.
Yep.
I'll probably give the nod to Bo Jackson.
Those
out there, if you know. If you played Tecmo Bowl or Madden with Michael Vick on the cover, shout out, put it in the comments who you think was the best. Bo Jackson or Michael Vick is the most powerful character. Anyway, so you're missing out, man.
I will agree with you and say Bo is probably, he's probably the most OP, what they call OP, overpowered player ever in video game history. Because, man, I don't think nobody could catch him. And then you try to tackle him, and it was a wrap. 2 seasons.
And then if you got good stick skills, you can go back and forth.
Oh, man, back and forth. Yeah. You can do that. I remember, man, there's a short out there.
2 seasons big.
Yeah, there's a short out there that has Bo Jackson going all the way to the 1 yard line, going all the way back to the other, so all the way back, and he just goes back and forth because you don't run out of stamina or anything. So you just go back and forth. It's crazy, but shout out to
you gonna miss
video games as it is. No, I'm good. I'm not getting it. I'm not a big college kid. I'm not a big college fan like that. So I like to know the players and see them in the game. Like EA says, if it's in the game, it's in the game. Which,
but
I know you say you don't need to, but that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel.
But see, that's the thing this year. Anybody who plays college football know for years you had to go in there and jam in the rosters, and you would go to these websites, maybe pay them $5 to get rosters and download them. The reason why NCAA football 14 went away, football 14, what's that say? Nerd. I love you. And you know what? It's all good. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? I love you too.
Shots fired.
I love you too. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, as I digress, as I was saying, 14, when it came out, you had to always for years jam the roster. That's the reason why 14 went away.
You had to do that. You had to do that.
I'll wait till you finish.
Go ahead. I'm just being specific. You had to do that. Not everybody had to do it.
So anybody who's a hardcore fan, if you wanted the real players, you had to pay or you had to do it yourself. Unlike Madden that only has, 32 NFL teams, college has over 100 plus.
Right.
So if you want a complete game, you had to plug in the rosters or pay. So that's the reason why their NCAA went away, because the college players wasn't getting paid. I think it was Ed O'Bannon from UCLA that filed a court case against, video game companies, and it went away. And people were pissed. But now, since EA Sports now has the license, they license these college players. Not all of them. There's a few teams, I can't remember off the top of my head, that got left out because they didn't opt for the payday. But I believe the players are getting paid $700 a piece to have their name in the game. No, I think it's like $400 to $700. Okay. It's not that much money.
I mean, shoot, that's something. Better than nothing.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't agree. I think personally they shouldn't be paid.
Oh, this is a different topic. Go ahead.
I don't think, because my thing is like, is it me, or has it gotten to the point college football has turned into something that's about money?
That's all it's ever been.
The whole experience of going to college and playing college football is give you that collegiate sense, school sense. No, but I tell you, it's gotten to a point, it's turned into a payday where you got players leaving colleges to go to another college to get the ability to play. Correct. So they can ultimately go to the NFL. Not because, and I won't profess to say I know all the reasons, but it seemed like the majority of them is just to go to another college to get playing time with the hopes of playing in the NFL, not for academic reasons.
No, I mean, first of all, go ahead. Can I interrupt?
No, go ahead.
I already did. So first of all, education is going away. Like, nobody's going to care about education in the next 5 years. So we'll start there. The NIL has came in and changed college 100%. And when you said you didn't think it was about money, it's always been about money. But what it was before was the alumni and the school getting paid. And the players were like, hey, what about me? And what happened was these good players like I can't remember his name. But anyway, good players that were good in college, but just not good enough to go to the NBA or NFL or anything like that. They basically just wasted 4 years of their life because they were focusing so much on sports. They didn't really focus on, some can do both, but they didn't really do academics. So they get these BS degrees and then they get out and they're pretty much stuck with nothing. So then they're like, hey, like, oh man, Biden just endorsed Harris.
Oh,
anyway,
man.
Thanks, Matt Morris. He just sent me the video too. I'll go ahead and put that up in a second. Of course he did. I'm like, what else is he gonna do? Yeah, we'll go back on it in a second. You could always bring it up in the comments, but I appreciate that.
Or feel free to jump on and chat about it too.
Yeah, but the NIL has changed everything. So college players are getting paid now. Like, I forgot how much Angel Reese was getting paid from the NIL. It's upwards of millions.
Bruh.
Yeah. So I agree that college players should get paid. I always agreed they should get paid. Now, how much they're getting paid is kind of I mean, but that turned quickly. But how much sports gets and everything? Like, look at the NBA contracts. Like, those are ridiculous. Look at Jason Tatum. I mean, those are ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean,
NFL
don't even
contracts
get me started
are
on
ridiculous. Yeah, so
Like, why is it? Oh man, I just real quick before
it's our fault too. It's our fault too because
yeah, it is our fault. Yeah, I agree.
yeah, we pay
I agree with you.
whatever some people pay whatever the price is to get the NFL ticket. Chime in if you get the NFL ticket, and they change that price every year, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. I think it's $250 last time I checked. It could be more for the year, and you can watch all your football games. So there's hundreds and hundreds of people to do that. Now they got the red zone, they got all this. The NFL licensing contract, I think Amazon won it for Monday Night Football, was like $200 billion or something like that. So all this money that's being, thrown around, and don't even get me started how much the commissioners get paid, which they should. I mean, they have a good job. They have a hard job, so I get it. But I don't know. I don't think I've back to the point. I'm glad they're getting paid for being on college football, the video game.
So I just want to throw out real quick. So according to two sources, it says the players that are in college football for EA Sports to use their likeness, they're getting paid $600 in the deluxe edition of the game. $600. And one more fun fact.
One time,
you said you're not buying. Yeah, one time payment.
Okay.
So you said you're not buying college football, so you're missing out. According to IGN.com, it says 2.2 million people were willing to pay $100 just to play it 3 days early. And I'm one of them, guilty as charged. 2.2 million people willing to pay $100 just to play it early.
Somebody do the math for me real quick. I think that's 200. You said 200 million people?
2.2 million people.
So that's $200 million
per person. Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Damn.
Public math.
Damn.
So anyway, it's an awesome game. If you are a gamer or a football fanatic, buy it. I endorse it. Based on the back. I consider myself an expert in video games. Buy it. You will not. You will not miss it. Hey, shout out to EA Sports. If you wanna sponsor me, hey, come contact me. But it's a phenomenal game. Let's see, Kenny Bish. What's that saying?
I'm about to.
That's about to be the norm in the gaming industry. So,
you're talking about players getting paid. I hope that's what you're talking about, or the price.
Yeah, I was going to say real quick. I'll just say this, and then one more point to Kenny. I think if I know what he's talking about, it's amazing. I don't think that the college players should be getting paid to be in the likeness of the game. Can you imagine? And I get it. People are going to think about money, but sometimes can we agree some things are more important than money? Would you agree with that?
No.
I figured your dirtbag self would say that. Okay, I will say it is. Think about it. If somebody came to me and says, "Hey, DC, would you like to be in EA Sports college football?" I'm like, what am I going to be doing? You're going to be a wide receiver. Really? Oh, you're going to be number 6, though. And your rating is going to be a 10. I'll be like, cool. No. Put me in the game. You wouldn't have to pay me. I mean, just to have the opportunity to be in a video game. How cool is that? These players are getting paid $600. That's all, bro. Do you imagine how many copies EA Sports is going to sell? And they're getting paid $600 in the deluxe edition? Now, let's be honest. When I say some things are more important than money, think about it. These players get to see their name. And think about it. These folks on the cover, they'll be immortalized. And just think, this is the first edition of 14 years. You don't think that's going to be a heck of an opportunity? 212, 20 million. Shout out Ricky. What's going on, bro? But anyway,
shout out
and
Ricky
then the last thing
with the Kobe emblem on his name. Shout out R.I.P. Kobe. Go ahead.
Oh, you know what, man, my mind is racing now. I'll quickly get off college football unless you have something else real quick.
No, I don't.
I was going to bring up something real quick. Just a quick story. I am a recovering sneakerhead. For about 14 years, shout out to my son, my oldest son, Dana. He got me into collecting sneakers. So I had like 250 sneakers in my collection. So when I was buying sneakers, when the LeBron 10s came out, and if you're a sneakerhead, you know about the LeBron 10 corks, the LeBron 10 brown suede anyway. But the corks, when it came out, it was big. And when it came out, I had to pay twice retail to get them because they were sold out. It was a quick strike. I paid like $400 for them, right? And I thought to myself, one day these shoes are going to be they're going to be worth a lot of money. And I'm going to sell them. I wore them one time. So fast forward to 2024, I decided to get rid of a bunch of sneakers, right? Because I'm getting old. And those are the pair I was going to sell. Bruh, those, thank you for putting them up. Those are
You're
LeBron
welcome.
10 corks when they came out, right? Man, why is it all the LeBron shoes, the price is going down?
Drop. Yeah.
Like, but no. And here's my thing. I bought some Nike SBs the same year, Blue Lobster. If you are a sneakerhead, you know the Nike SB Blue Lobsters. If you can put those
Oh,
up real quick,
Lord.
that'd be
Oh,
great too.
Lord.
But
What
I
they call
bought the Nike
SB.
SB Blue Lobster.
Blue.
Lowe's. Nike SB Blue Lobster. I bought those the same year I bought the corks.
Trash.
And I only bought them for $300. Put them up before I bring up this fun fact.
All right, hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Get away.
So while he's doing that, I bought the
I
Blue
got it.
Lobsters and I bought the cork the same year. Now you would think LeBron, who is, so most people would say, is the greatest player in the NBA, right? Those are the Blue Lobsters, right? I tried to sell the corks, haven't been able to sell them yet. For only $200. Nobody's bought them. But those Blue Lobsters, I put them on eBay for $3,000. They were gone in 10 minutes.
All right. Shout out to the IRS.
Not to mention that, you hater.
Shout out to the IRS.
Hey, if you are listening, I don't know who he's talking about. Some other dude. Some other dude. You know what?
You're gonna be looking for really
you
deep
straight
things.
snitch. You straight snitch.
Yourself.
Anyway, as I digress, real quick, the Kobe's are going for $1,200.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to illustrate is, how can people say LeBron's the greatest player of all time where his sneakers don't even last the test of time? You put some Jordan 3s up there, people go crazy over those things, and they keep re-releasing them.
Shout out to Faith. Yep, LeBron's Faith. That's
LeBron's
why.
Faith. That's right. Just like his hairline. Go ahead and cut it just like I did mine.
Who got What the Duck award? We're gonna do What the Duck later.
Oh, we're gonna get to that in a second. Yeah. No, you didn't miss it yet. It's gonna be at the very end.
That's not really a big segment in the show.
Faith, how I look?
Thank you for putting that in there, Faith. Hey, Faith, make sure he shaves before he goes back to work. Make sure he shaves. It's so stupid. Hey, but I just saw a thing that Biden update. Biden drops out presidential race, endorses Harris. So President Biden wrote on social media that he was ending the campaign for re-election after intense pressure from his own party. He endorses Vice President Harris to replace him atop of the Democratic Party. That's from the New York Times. So real quick, hey, I just have one question. We'll get off this subject, I promise. And I want you to go on to your next subject because you have one. Just a quick question for you. Does his endorsement mean anything? Even though he just dropped out. Yeah.
No, they're trying to show solidarity in the party.
Yep.
That's what they're doing. No, but you make me laugh when you guys talk about
he has to retire. Then you're 100% right, Rick. Once he retires,
okay, that's a good point. Good point on Rick. That's a good point.
I'll ask to see his waiver. Hey, no, I asked to see his waiver. He's not going to pull the Chiefs waiver. That's crazy.
Hey, you know what?
Is that what happens to
according to a certain person on a DOD Beard Initiative Facebook page, no one walks around with a beard without a waiver. I won't mention names, but we talked about that many a time.
All right, what's your next topic, man?
All right, so real quick, let's move on. Okay, so I put it on the Facebook page, and this drama, a saga of what the ACC is doing when it comes to uniform inspections and standards and beards and stuff. There's a narrative going around that is an all-out war against folks with shaving waivers. And it just amazes me how people are getting so upset about people who wants to do uniform inspections or whatever. I thought last I checked, we're in the military, right? Like, is it unfair for your supervisor to say, Pete, show up on Monday in blues. We're gonna do blues inspection. Is that wrong? Am I missing something? There was somebody on the Facebook page that actually
don't go too far. You're gonna go too far.
Give me a second. There was a guy on the Facebook page. I don't know if it's a joke on the Airman Seal page, which is funny. He said, I get out in 6 months. Can I reject going through a uniform inspection? Thank you, 2 seasons. And Tommy, bro, really? Are you serious? I don't care if you're getting out in 2 days. You doing a uniform inspection.
What's he asking permission for? What's he said? For public opinion, I can reject this. I asked some people and they said I'm good. Here you go. This one is. Let me show you my thing. This one is saying I'm good. I ain't gotta do it. Y'all, that'd be hilarious. I want somebody to come up and be like, yo, I asked Facebook if you could do this, and they said no. I got 2,000 comments that says no. So I should be good.
I mean, that's funny. What Facebook has turned into, dorm lawyers these days.
Yeah, I will say this. Hold on, Faith. I'm going to get to your thing because it's long, and I got these glasses on. I can't read too well. But
you can't read without the glass. You can't read without the glass.
Bruh.
All right. About you know what's crazy? For y'all in the comments, we have the ACC chief coming to my base, and we're gonna have a lunch or a breakfast with him. So if y'all have questions, y'all want me to ask, Derek Wolf, Chief Wolf,
Dave Wolf.
I'm sorry, Dave Wolf. So if y'all have questions, y'all want me to ask, go ahead and throw them in there so I can ask the question.
You don't scare
I don't care. I don't care. With the glasses on too. No. Okay,
ask him. Well, ask him this. Ask him this.
But wait,
do you think?
Can we wait?
You asked.
Can we let the people?
So I'm gonna give you my first one. I want it to be recorded. Ask him. Do you think shaving waivers in the Air Force have gotten out of hand? And if so,
I know what
do you intend to do about it?
Nothing. But anyway, Ricky said military doesn't change into a corporation. I think it's always been a corporation, but we'll digress from that. It will be really hard to bring back standards. I do know FS is trying to lead the way. FS trying to lead the way on some dumb standards, and they never do. But anyway, FS always trying to lead some stupid stuff. Only thing they can lead themselves to the garbage can or something. But anyway,
okay, all right.
Lead themselves to the snack bar.
Let me jump off this shit. Okay.
Anyway, but what I'll say is we did this to ourselves. Shout out to Amazon man outside the house delivering my package. But we did this to ourselves. Like, and then we're trying to pull back, and it's like people are trying to say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this. And you know what's crazy? People, like, if somebody came to you and said, whoever, some airman came to you and said, Chief, I think it's messed up. 2C says I'm wild. I think it's messed up that I have to do a uniform inspection. Would you look at it and say, hey, tough beans, you got to do whatever your supervisor says? Or would you look at it from a different lens and saying, do we really have to do uniform? Because my first thing is, a lot of airmen going to say, if you say show up Monday morning in your blues, first question they're going to say is, why?
Yeah,
and what's your response?
Mm-hmm.
And usually most people respond because
I said so.
Exactly.
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
So if people out there are struggling with that, because that would be my response. Because what reason do I have for you to do that? Besides, because I can.
I think the right question is it fair to say the military is a different organization than IBM, Apple, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's? It's not different?
No.
Okay, explain why. Expand on that. Why is it not different?
I guess on what terms? Because there are some differences, but as
so
far
in other
as
words,
a corporation
if Chick-fil-A says, I want you to show up, Dominic Peterson, and your Chick-fil-A hat and your apron for inspection.
Not the whole government, but yeah. So I would say, okay. And I would show you, here's the difference.
My thing is you can say you're not going to do it and you're going to quit. That's the thing.
That is the difference. That's a huge difference. So if I say, here's the crazy, man, you hit the nail on the head. If I work at Chick-fil-A, I say, yo, you're going to show up in your hat and a press shirt and khakis with black shoes, no Nike brand, right? And you come to work with that on after I told you not to, I'm just going to fire you. Next. That's what we're going to do. But in the military, we can't do that. There's a bureaucracy that we have to abide by. Now, do I think that's
I agree.
Now I'll say that's freaking crazy if you're going to fire somebody for not wearing what you told them to. Like, that's crazy. I will say that. But that is the difference. That is the only difference. We have to train, equip, and move these members. Now, the only time you could fire somebody is if we're going to war and you say, Airman, take that hill. And I'll be like, no. Okay, now that's, completely different. Now we have, laws in place for that, but we never made laws in place. If you tell me to come to work on Monday in the uniform, and either I say okay and don't bring it, what you gonna do? Give me paperwork? Okay. Oh, there's a lot of comments flying in, so let's get to all these. Because we haven't gotten away. Well, because we have gotten away from standards, because we no longer a military-minded business. We have became a business. I think we always been. I will 100% agree with that. Mick Williams, congratulations on Mick Williams' retirement once more time.
Congratulations, girl.
The reason is to ensure that we are in standards to include the off. Oh, no one is I like that. I like what? Oh, yep. Because officers don't do that shit.
Why don't you come on the show and say that in live in person?
That was
Joanna?
good. That was good. And I would show up and I would show up in my blues with them. Oh yeah. I mean, you kind of have to. We need to hold people to the standard, hold people accountable. Okay, here's my thing, and I'm talking way too much, so let me stop. How are you going to hold them accountable? What are you going to do? Give them paperwork? Now I'm going to look at it and be like, did you really have to give them paperwork? Was the order understood? Was it clearly understood? And was there a reason why you gave that order? I think from the top, we need to show the example and do with not just so you saying that the top needs to do it. So like somebody, like if there's a chief counsel or somebody like that, just a random name out there, he should show up in his blues and start the train moving. But they're not going to do that because they don't want to show up in their blues. Go ahead. I'm talking way too much. I'm done.
Okay, first of all, I'm right here, so you ain't got to say my name.
No, I wasn't saying you personally. I'll just say if there was one. Right. If there was one.
All right, I gotta be careful of you sometimes. Okay. So no, all well put. Good points across the board. The only thing I would add is going back to what I said about organization. We have, and hopefully this will be brought up at AFA.
You mean
the pendulum has swung. I'm sorry. All right. It ain't gonna happen at AFA. That's for dang sure. That's a different audience. That's for sure. They're not having that. Real quick, here's my illustration. AFSA is like a backyard barbecue. AFA is a 5-star dinner. Everything is timed and it's going to start and end on time. Anyway, back. I digress.
Shout out to AFSA, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to AFSA. I hope this comes up at AFSA.
Big Williams, I'll throw how to get on the show. There you go. Damn, I couldn't get it out.
So I think that hopefully this comes up at AFSA because we have swung the pendulum too far to the right. And if you remember last show when we did the What the Duck Award, I gave it to all of us, everybody in the Air Force, because it's all our fault. Because we have in our own way, maybe small or large, allowed this to happen. We have gone far away from the military model, where it has turned into not a military organization, but almost corporate in a way. Because and I get it, we subscribe to the notion, and to some degree it's true, that airmen are smart, and they are, but they deserve to be told every time when a decision is made and the why. And if they don't agree with it, we have to sit down and negotiate. Last I checked the military, there's minimum negotiation, is it not? Minimum negotiation. So if I say, Airman Snuffy, you're going to show up Monday in your service dress blues, a good leader would say, and this is why. Mm-hmm. We need to make sure your uniform is an inspection order, and we need to make sure that you are ready at any time to wear your service dress uniform. Now, Airman Snuffy may say, hey, my uniforms are squared away. Why do I have to come in on Monday? Right. It's my day off. And then a good leader would say, I understand it's your day off, but we've had several airmen show up for an appointment in a service dress uniform or ALS, and it was jacked up. So I have been directed from my leadership or my favorite upper leadership to make sure I spec all my people. So we're going to do it on Monday. Then the other airman would say, why do I have to suffer because these other airmen didn't do it right? Why can't we hold them accountable? Fair point. But again, at this point, I would say, I hear you, but I want to make sure that your stuff is squared away. Show up Monday. That should be the end of discussion. But these days it's not, because it's going to be, I don't think it's fair. And my favorite, they go on social media and go talk about it. So that there in part is the problem. What does 2C say?
She has a good point. Those of us trying to hold them to a standard, we're giving grief by leaders over us. Told them that we cannot because we will hurt feelings or threaten them to go to IG, which I know you don't care about IG. So that's don't care about getting an IG complaint. You don't not care about IG. All right. We got Faith on here, so we'll bring her on real quick to comment about this. What up, Faith? What's going on with you?
What's going on, man? Girl, where you at? You glowing. Where you at?
I'm chilling. I'm
Yeah.
chilling at home.
You was on the beach or something.
Relaxing. No, not at all. I went to Nebraska, picked up my kid, just been hanging out. It's been so nice. It's been so
Everyone's scared of retention.
What you got for us, Faith? What you want to speak on this? What you got for us?
So here's the one thing that I think that we've continued to forget, right? Is the fact that when talking about the standards, right? A frontline supervisor's job at the very beginning of the day is to start with the basics. We have to educate before we can empower and before we can enforce a standard. And we got a lot of supervisors that are walking around that aren't even educated on what the current standard is to empower it or enforce it, first of all. Second, we got a lot of airmen who know their supervisors don't, which is why they question the authority. They know their supervisors are running around with a beard without a beard waiver and running around letting people come in late and running around letting people do all these other things. So the balance, and we've talked about this a million times, and this is why I popped on. I wasn't gonna, Pete, and you know this, right?
I know, yeah.
But we can't have standards without discipline. You can't cull it that without the balance. It has to be there. Because without the standards and the discipline, there's no point. Now, the one thing that I constantly tell my younger airmen, girls or guys, right? Because they be watching all these shows and they be doing watching all the games and everything else, right? What happens if LeBron shows up to the game and he's not in uniform?
He don't play.
Or he's going to get fined, right?
Oh, yeah.
He going to get fined. He going to show up. If he shows up to practice, if he's doing something else late, he's going to get fined. Well, in the Air Force, your version of fined is progressive discipline.
Correct.
Part of that progressive discipline comes with the fact that what uniforms were you taught to wear in basic training?
I mean, all of them.
Blues. So if I tell you I want to see your blues as a supervisor and I want to, as an activity manager, say, hey, I want to make sure that you're upholding the standards of discipline. I'm not telling you that I'm going to write you up if you don't have a right. I'm just saying I want to see it.
I guess
I want to make sure that you're within standards and discipline. The first minute that you question it means that there has been an environment before that allowed for standards to be questioned.
But since we're here,
this is the only thing that we can do as senior NCOs, as NCOs, is empower our NCOs to look at people and go, come on now. Let's get back to what standards and discipline is. Because you want to hold me to a higher standard because I'm a staff sergeant, but you don't want me to hold you to the basic? That's foul. That's not how this works.
What do you
that's not how this works at all.
I forgot who said it, but I think it was Ricky said it. What's your thoughts about the top don't want to do it, so they just want to tell people to do it, but they don't want to do it themselves? When I say top, you could go as high as you want to go. But that's my thought process on it too.
Well, but attitude is a reflection of leadership, right? And leadership doesn't have a rank. So if you want to have somebody be a mentor and a leader, you got to pick appropriately. And who you have leading you is what you will follow. So there's certain charismatic things about our favorite little Philly DC in there that I try to emulate all the time, because there is a sense of, hey, but there's also certain things about other leaders that I have taken with me as well. Right. And some of them have not all been good. Like, let's put that button out there. Some of them have not been good. And I have had to relearn. I've had to retrain. I have had to take accountability for those things when I got somewhere else and somebody else looked at me and said, hey, yeah, but that ain't it.
Right.
That's not it.
Next time
right?
you're gonna emulate something from Philly, just run it by me first and make sure it's good. Because there's some things you can take from here.
Looking like that, and I'm gonna have my hair down just for you.
That's crazy.
Okay?
We just all
her.
running
I'm
up.
just saying. Hold on. Even better. Hold on. I gotta.
Lord, where we going on a trip?
Show and tell time. UPC on the roof. We're on the move here.
Yeah. We're on the roof.
Oh shoot. Now,
you made me want to fling my hair back.
No,
that's crazy. That boy had hair since he was 72.
Where did I put him? Yeah, I'm walking through my whole house looking for these junks. Okay, here we go.
Don't tell me the blues.
Let's see what we got. Let's see what she got. Oh, she got.
Join the crew. Join the crew. Yeah.
All right. So now I feel properly prepared. Now I am within. Now I am within
the corner standard.
The podcast dress and appearance code.
That's right. The corner standard. That's right. Come on. Hey, y'all take note. That's how y'all come on the corner and y'all represent y'all. That's how y'all do it.
That sounds like dang air horn from a boat or something. Are we the Navy? It's a dang oil rig coming about to come on land. The hell is that? This is that's an air horn where you want to give somebody props.
You let me know when you're done. All right. So good stuff, Faith. And we appreciate you being on. We're gonna move on, girl. Hey, shout out to Faith, loyal listener, always on the corner. We might as well add you on. Like, you're part of Wu-Tang. You're like Wu-Tang. You're like I wouldn't say Master Killer. He's not that good. I would say you're like what's a good
God.
Wu-Tang? You don't even know who Wu-Tang is.
Nobody knows your
you know
reference.
what?
Nobody knows
Everybody
what
know. If you know. Hey, you know what, Fav? You're Inspector Deck. That's what it is. You're Inspector Deck. You know what I'm saying?
I know how to do it.
All right. We out.
Oh, there you
All
go.
right. Hey, good. We out. All right. Always good to see Faith, loyal listeners. So, yo, please. That's right. Thank you, 2C's. Hey,
I'm just the one that be telling the truth. It's called humbleness.
2C's, you still in Barksdale, right? You still in Louisiana? Because if so, I'm coming out to see Bostic retirement. Hopefully I get to see you and K-Rob out there. Ghostface. See, 2C's know. So real quick, put up
Ghostface Killer.
Juana's joint, because I love that. I would love to speak on that. And hey, fun fact, y'all, this might be a long show. This might be a long show. Because I can go all day. All right, everyone is scared of retention issues, so they don't want to stir it up and hold people accountable. Oh, that's a gut punch.
You just
right
take a
there.
shit?
Oh.
What the hell was that? Where did that come from? Does that mean you like it? Yeah, that's for real. Sound like Pops off of Friday. R.I.P. to Pops.
No, but seriously, no, seriously. That's a good point, because we keep talking about retention, right? But we always talk about retention of people coming in. What about retention for people who've been in and don't want to stay in longer? Did you see the last press release from the Air Force? Hopefully I'm getting it right. But they increased the higher tenure
for
airmen to senior master sergeants. Yeah, bro.
Yeah. But they did that.
Yeah,
they did that last year. So people that are seniors can stay in 28 now, and masters I think 26 or something like that.
To put in perspective back, I think it was a couple of years ago, it was 26 for senior.
Hold on, Struthers, what's cap?
I could be wrong.
What's cap?
That's a lie, fool. You don't know that?
No. Yeah, but what is he saying that's cap? What is cap? What did we just say that was cap? I know what the freak cap means. I know what the motherfucker cap means.
Hold on, wait.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Calm down.
I'm just up to the hip language. I'm just up to the hip language.
Oh man. Hey, is there a mental health counselor in the house? I don't have my degree yet, but we can use one right now.
You can't say pause. Pause is not used for that. It's hold on. Pause is used if I say something that might be.
No, I'm telling you, no. Pause means is relax, like stop.
No. Pause is like like if I say something.
Can we move on? Can we move on?
The other comment. What other comment?
What other comment about the retention?
Oh, 2C's, really? Really?
Thank you, Pete. Thank you, TC. Thank you. Hey, but no, I digress, man. Let's go on this one, man.
Okay,
Like,
go ahead.
I think somebody put
hey.
online that about being people scared of retention. All right, Corey, jump
That's
on.
cap. That's
Hey,
cap.
prove me wrong. Jump
For
on.
sure.
Corey, prove us wrong. Jump on. Prove us
I'm on
wrong.
this boat.
Jump on. Yeah,
I'm on this boat for that.
Jump on. Prove me wrong. We can talk about it real quick. But anyway, someone put online that instead of doing all these uniform inspections and beards and stuff like that, why don't we talk about people wanting to stay in? And it's true. It's true. Like, if you are okay, Faith says, agree from what I have seen. Most don't feel supported though. Airmen run to the next. That's the point I'm talking about, Corey. That's the exact point I'm talking about. And I don't profess to say I know the reason across the board. There's a link down there. There should be a link in the comments.
You go to jump on.
Robotics work for me.
All right, go ahead.
But my point is, from what I've seen, just me, from what I've seen, people who have been in a while are frustrated because they have. All right, I never had an issue correcting people. I never had an issue correcting people, nor did I see other people have issues when it was done correctly. In all caps. Yep. Supervisors are not confident enough to engage a confrontation. Why? That's the problem. No, Corey, I agree with you, bro. My point I'm trying to make is everyone sees it different. I agree. There's some confidence issues there, but it's also, there's a lack of support because I'm telling you, I've said this before in many shows. I'm not saying what happened when the military and society in general pivoted after George Floyd, and prove me wrong. But when we went through the George Floyd incident, all the DEI initiatives swarmed over America. Yep. And it was important because there was a lot of things that need to be corrected. However, I think we went way overboard to the point where it says everything is, when they say emotional intelligence, I think we gotten out of hand. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't see anything wrong with explaining things to airmen. But when you are afraid to hold people accountable because the IG and EO are weaponized, you're hesitant to do it. Am I wrong? I mean, I'll jump on.
Yeah, I'll DM you the link while he's still talking. You're gonna have to keep talking while I DM.
I mean, if you were in the comments, you went through IG complaint, you know what I'm talking about. There have been so many cases of people who felt like because what happened to the days when you would hold somebody accountable and they would go to your supervisor would get involved and you were wrong and you would just take an L. It wouldn't kill your career.
Oh no.
Like if I went to Airman Johnson and said, hey, look, bro, you're wearing the wrong boots. And I said it just like that. You're wearing the wrong boots. You need to take them off. And then I come to find out I'm wrong because I didn't read the AFI. I just took the L. These days, you go up to somebody and say, hey, you got the wrong boots on. Plus, I think your hair is out of regs. And then they won't even go to your supervisor. They'll go to the IG or EO. Yeah. Next thing you know, it ain't just the L. You got to report. And I'm going to tell you, even if the report comes off as you did nothing wrong, there's still the stigma that hangs over your head. Anybody's been through the IG complaint, you know how stressful that is? That's very stressful. But anyway.
Yeah, hey, so you know what? This is a great point. Hold on, let me read this by Davis. And
go ahead.
Go back to you. This is a good point. It's kind of long. So when I arrived... Oh, go ahead. Yeah, please.
So when I arrived this is from Charles Davis. So when I arrived at my current duty location a couple years ago, I wore my blues on a Monday. And I had more peers, senior NCOs looking at me crazy, asking what I was in trouble for. I don't know, but I feel that young people want direction and embrace when supervisors and senior NCOs lead by example. Facts. I'm frustrated by my senior NCO peers and their attitude towards our airmen and their fear of worrying about a complaint. Facts. Stop caring about oh man. You get a bomb for that one, bro. Yep. You're right. And that's what I'm trying to illustrate. I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying, from my perspective, the climate that exists. That brother's cooking. and spitting facts. Let him cook. I agree. I'm just talking about the current
All right,
climate.
let me get Corey up on here so he can say his things. Shout out to Corey for coming in the corner, man. What's up, big
Corey,
dog?
oh shoot, what's up, Corey?
What's up? What's going on, fellas?
What's happening with you,
man.
man? What's happening? He can beard it out. That boy bearded
man,
out.
Oh yeah,
you
they
made
got a
me
hold
look
of me.
bad, bro.
They got, you know, they jumped me in. They jumped me in. When I got out, they jumped me in.
What's on your mind, big dog?
Hold on, before you start, Corey, tell us a little bit real quick. You've been in how long and when did you retire? Tell us real quick.
Okay, so fat out security forces, came in 99 security forces. And I just retired in August. So that was 24 years. My last few years was as MSG. Well, first honored to serve security forces, senior enlisted leader, downrange and the 55th with Recon Raiders. Was good to got the opportunity to go mid support group down at Barkdale. Shout out to second down there, and did a couple of years and then retired. You know, just mill to mill. My wife's a senior, probably a chief in a minute. Two little ones, you know, just but great decision. I was blessed. Air Force did me right, you know. Can't say nothing bad holistically, and just blessed, man. So out here in DC, she got orders immediately to the Pentagon, of course, right?
Yeah.
So we're out here, and she's in at the Pentagon. We're here in Virginia.
Dope. What's on your mind?
All right, so what you got?
Yeah, I think we were vehemently agreeing. I know. Hey man, y'all was finna get me when it was like, oh, what?
What's Cap? Who's that Cap?
No. The comment earlier, I was just saying, and I agree. What you were saying about over time, it's just kind of like a slow deterioration. I remember my first supervisor, like, you know, they was rough. You know, they came to, you knew what it was very transparent. You know, no one was like scared that I'm gonna go and tell somebody that he locked me up at a tent. That was not even, you know, and over time, you know, we did lose that. When I said confident, I not just their lack of confidence comes from, oh, is my supervisor gonna have my back? You know, am I gonna get a mark over on my EPB, whatever we're doing now? You know, am I not gonna get my medal? So it becomes that interior battle. And you know, I get it. I was telling the guy the other day, you know, my first firewall 5, I think it was my 4th EPR. You know, and I still ended up doing pretty well. So some people don't even believe. I show them. You know, and it didn't kill me. Actually, it was good. You know, I got that. You know, we all have those different types of stories. That don't happen today. Like people will look at you crazy. You say, oh yeah, you know, my fourth EPD. You know, and you know, well, what'd you get? You know. Are they still doing promotes? Which I used to bleed. My heart used to bleed trying to tell people this is a really good report. You know, because where I was at, you earned your promote.
Yeah.
You know, but coming back full circle, you know, nowadays those things just don't happen, right? You almost got to be quote unquote perfect, right, to compete, right? That I'm giving you the perception of said airmen nowadays. So those things that threats to, I'm gonna go to IG, you know. I swear, you know, hey, you want me to take you over there? I'm gonna go over there, you know.
Exactly.
But nowadays, you know, or you know, and I can't speak. One thing I can't speak on is having the social media was just kind of gearing up when I was a like tech sergeant. You know, I mean, it was there, but it was like, but now it, you know, it's almost odd if you don't have it, right? So I can't really speak from having that fear that someone's gonna drop my name personally on Airman NCO page, which is you know the influence of that. So I have to agree. Yes, that would scare the heck out of me. You know what I mean? And not just you. You know, you make your squadron a strategic squadron real quick. And what I mean by that is very, very, very high people in our chain of command are asking questions about you specifically, and it could be a lie. It could be something made up. So it's just the conundrum of all these different things. I do agree. You know, but like my grandparents used to say, hey man, when you tell them the truth, man, you can a lot. You can just roll with a lot when you know in your heart you're telling the truth. Right. May not be pretty all the way throughout from beginning to end, but you know you'll come out on top. I know young people don't want to hear that. They're like, you know, hey, you'll come out on top. Meanwhile, I didn't PCS twice, and this happened in my work. So I understand both sides. I've always just kind of just been a straight up, very transparent leader. And just thankfully, God bless, it just worked out for me. I've had the threats of I'm gonna go to IG or the hate, but hey, I tell people, like I said at my retirement, your faith card is always in play. People know who you are, they know what you're about, and you're more, as long as my moral compass was straight in my mind and my heart, I marched out.
Let me
So great point, Corey. So real quick, so tell us, if you were chief for the day, what do you think we need to do to fix it? What would you do to fix it? Real quick, in like 1 minute. Tell us what you would do to fix it.
Man, you put me on the spot like that. I honestly think,
you know what you're going to do.
I straight up think we started deteriorating because of the types of leaders that we had coming up. I remember the chief master sergeant that would tell you he had 2 Article 15s, got in a fight. I'm not condoning all those actions. What I'm saying is those type of people who were really genuine, straight up people that will tell you what time it is all the time, being in control and having a lot of influence, it did a lot of good because people were not, fearful if I get in trouble one time, I'm going to get, because when he had this conversation with me straight up, he told me how, when he got in trouble, I used to do that with my guys, right? What I'm going to say is we keep saying we're overhauling all these reports and evaluations and things like that. We're not overhauling mindsets. People are still afraid to evaluate accordingly. We have to somehow, I don't have an answer to that, but we got to do that. And guess what? Hey, I got a really bad reporter or okay winner or mid winner, as my son will say. But I did, XYZ these last couple, some adverse point or adverse part of a program is not supposed to stop that person from promoting. Let's call it what it is.
Right.
So those two together, we have to change somehow the DNA and get the right people, right? I know people right now that knew all the cheat codes. I'm just throwing this out there to how to get promoted quick. They did. They did. And they can write very well. And they were around a lot of good people, and they got pushed right there. But at the first sign of, issues and things, it didn't bake right. The cookie dough's soft. It had a lot of flavor and gummy bears at the top, if y'all feel me. Right? I call it also no go. Yeah. But our system and people coming up and what we thought was amazing on paper, what almost looked perfect, right? Somehow we got to be able to pick out, and I get it. The answer that would get thrown right back to me would be, well, what did you do about it? Hey man, I held it. I'd like to say I held it down. And anybody watching this right now can call cap. They didn't. I didn't care if it was somebody who was, man, that dude's up and coming. Well, he or she gonna be where they at right now, because that's not it. And my name's on that evaluation. And yes, people do look at them later on, but that was just me. I didn't care if it stopped me from getting XYZ because you might not. Hey man, I didn't think I'd get here. Let's go. But yeah. I don't think a lot of people share that sentiment. I'm not pumping my chest up about it. That's just what it was. That's just how I moved. That's how I move right now.
Yeah. Let me ask you a question, man. You bringing up great points. I just want one more thing, and then we'll let you go because I really appreciate you being on. MSG superintendent, right? MSG. So the command chief comes to you and said, "Hey, did you see the airman NCO page? One of your members in your group made their airman come in on a Monday for a blues inspection." What is your answer to that?
Okay, real quick. We got some clarification.
Just hypothetical.
Oh, it's hypothetical. It's not in relation to. Okay,
this hasn't really happened. But
so my immediate question. Okay, sir. First off, this is something you've seen, sir. Or this secondhand information.
Something he's seen. He's seen it on the airman NCO page. Yep. He saw it on the airman NCO page that an airman in your group was complaining about getting blues inspected on a Monday. This is
the wing commander.
Yep, the command chief, the wing command chief.
The wing command chief?
Yeah, coming to you.
Oh, okay. If it's the relationships, I try to foster like, hey, check this out. Let me look into this. Keep this where it's at right now. I got it. It's all over the web now, but what we don't need is misinformation. This is on social media. I got it. Also, follow on. Is there something you need right now from me immediately on this? Because that's usually what's going on. It's a query from upper, right?
Right.
Hey man, how hot is it? Is
And
it
I guess,
you know what I mean? I get it, it's out there, but let me because I want to be able to give you factual information because that's what's coming up anyway.
yeah. And I guess so now put it in my perspective. Sergeant Davis, or whatever you want to call me, Sergeant X is the one who gave the order to come in on Monday. Somebody's gonna come to me and question me about why I need to do this because you need to answer and I think that trickle down effect is why people don't want to do it, even though it might be nothing bad. It's because you have to hear about it. I'd rather just sit still, not do nothing at all. Nobody comes to me, ask me any questions about it.
Again, but I'm scared of confrontation.
Exactly. But I agree with you. I agree with you.
But so it's just inside your own arena, though. When I end up talking to that guy, which is going to be very soon, eventually, just because nature of the situation, I'm gonna tell him, hey, if you how you did this, you didn't do anything bad. I think it's good that you take accountability and you run a point like this. This is what we need. You know, he's probably doing it for XYZ reason, but I have to make sure that I decriminalize it in his mind. Hearing it from me, the chief. Right? Versus, hey man, what'd you do? And why'd you do it or whatever? No. Hey man, I'm telling you, you know, and I'll tell that to anybody that's out there. You know, hey, I agree with what he did. He did it because of X, Y. If the story is what it's supposed to be, yes, got your back. Unfortunately, the nature of the beast nowadays, social media travels faster than the speed of light, and there's gonna be people way upper that may inquire about this. So I'm doing what I'm doing two-way. I gotta take care of, you know, my wing too. You know, I've hopefully, like I've always tried to do, foster a great relationship with command chiefs. So grab someone, take care of them. I'm not gonna leave them hanging. You know, tell them I'm gonna text them about it. You know, and you know, and don't tell them that you know, they don't know what I mean. You know, come on, man. So that's just how I roll, man.
I appreciate you coming on and putting that perspective out there because I think a lot of people just get in and be like, why'd you do this? And all of a sudden it feels like I did something wrong.
You know why though? You know, again, those inter battles. I'm just throwing this out there. This is senior such and such. Really, you know, they got a promotion on the line. They know they hot, quote unquote. This, that, or the other. They got, man, interior battles. I don't want none of that part of this. So I don't want that. It's just all human. All these things revolve around human behavior for whatever reason. But those behaviors are occurring and they're triggered based off of our Air Force. Somebody said corporation earlier. So based off of how we move. That's why people move how they move.
Good point. Man, you know what? Appreciate you. Come on. You didn't have to flex in the camera. But I'm trying to flex.
Oh, y'all. Oh, no, man.
He's over there flexing the camera.
I've been doing a little something.
I love the passion, man. Plus the camera's moving the whole time, man. So
man,
you put a lot of herbs and spices on it. I appreciate that.
And it's now that I know how to get in here, I'll join. I've been trying to join, man, for a while.
Man, just
really?
Shoot me
Blame this guy over there.
First of all, on this side. On this side. There we go. Yeah.
That way. But I'm on court. Yeah. Anytime y'all want me, or if I want to jump on, man, I'll let you know. But I love this type of stuff. I still got passion out there. I still rock with everybody I used to rock with heavy, you know.
For sure. Appreciate you, big dog.
All right,
bro. No doubt.
All right.
Man,
that was good. Man, I love the camera shaking, bro. He was cooking. He was cooking.
Oh, I dropped my phone. Yeah, he was getting it. Yeah, he was cooking, bro. Like, this is a crazy topic, but first of all, that's how we usually get on the corner. Shout out for Philly DC for starting the corner. Very big success of what we do here at the UPC squad. So shout out to him. We're going long. Do you want to cut this and get into what the duck?
No,
I gotta take a break. I gotta take a quick 2-minute break. If you know what I'm talking about, I gotta do some.
Oh, you got pee.
Bruh.
Yo, we still got 13 people. So, all right.
Why?
I was just being honest.
Why
I'm sorry.
would you
You
do
had
that?
you had to use the restroom.
Unpopular celebrities. All right, go ahead. All right, can you run this show by yourself for a second?
Yeah, I got you. I'll just jump in on whatever comments we got right there.
All right, good.
Yeah, go ahead. Hurry up, man. And just make sure you wash your hands afterwards. All right, so folks, so I know this is going longer than we normally do. We usually do like an hour 20, but great topics, man. So shout out to Corey, shout out to Faith. Perfect opportunity for you to get on and talk about whatever you want to talk about. It doesn't have to be whatever we're talking about. So be great. It's 12 people in the comments. Appreciate y'all listening. So a couple of quick things. So you heard what Corey said. I don't know about you, but this really gets me worried. This worries me. Put in perspective, I've been in 30 plus years. I got maybe 2 more years to go. And I tell you, I look around the force and it worries me. Our airmen are smart. They're super smart. They're a lot of technical knowledge, but I worry about the discipline. Not all airmen, just some. Just in some circles I've been around, I've seen like at the gates and MPF, I worry about the technical piece. So one thing I want to throw up, here's an example of the crazy nonsense that we're dealing with here. You know, back in the day when I was I'm still in the military, we used to talk about like image. And hold on, let me make sure I cue it up correctly and make sure I got the right one. Okay, we used to talk about image and stuff. And it just seemed like today, does anybody care about image? I mean, like, geez, like, look at this nonsense, man. Hopefully y'all can see it, but this is the type of stuff I'm talking about, right? Look at this stuff.
Shit hard, right? That shit dope.
Are you serious, bro? Like, look at his uniform. You can see his name tag.
Shit hard,
And they're laughing, bro. They're like, man, come on, y'all.
I missed
like,
what the
you
whole
missed
thing.
it? Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
you
show
gotta
it
play
again.
it
I'll show it again.
Just hit play.
Like, bro, like, you see it?
Yeah, hit play.
Okay.
Like, dumbass nigga. Shit hard, right? That shit dope. I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh, hell
Bro,
no.
are you serious? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, bam. People in the comments, please help me out. I know some people are going to say, Philly, DC, you're a little bit stuffy. You're old. You take things too seriously. Come on. I just feel like our uniform is sacred cloth. The public expects certain things out of folks in the military. Rant alert, here it comes. The public expects certain things with us in the uniform, which means the uniform is sacred. You earn it by joining, right? As you put your name tag on, you got your name tag on, your Air Force on, right? Army, Navy, Marines, Space Force, Coast Guard. Why would you go on social media and do something ridiculous like that and disrespect the uniform? Why? Is it because of views? And then not only that, your partner takes the video and puts it online. And if you're that dude's supervisor in the camera, why are you not in his? Why? It's unacceptable when if people out there saying, DC, what's the big deal? It's social media. He's not hurting nothing. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong, because I'm telling you, there are millions of people, thousands of people that see that. And I tell you, there's a line you should not cross. These people doing TikTok videos, dancing in uniform. Okay, I can see that. But when you blatantly disrespect or you violate the standards like that, it's, oh, you got to fit it on, bro. What you got on? How many airmen are going to see that and say, oh, man, if he wearing it, it must be authorized? Do y'all remember the Airman NCO host of somebody wearing some Converse Chuck style desert tan shoes? And people's like, oh, it's authorized. It's authorized. All right, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna get off my rants there.
I'm gonna let you have that rant and just leave that where it's at, because I don't know why. I do know why, but I guess I don't want to say, but I do know why. Shout out Danny Davis, man. But he said need some more content for your hypothetical PD. Take the thumbs off your supervisor and let them grow their folks when supervisors go. So I agree. And you have the ability, still probably have the ability. I know you've been out the military for a while, to coach people up. But like Corey was saying earlier on the segment, a lot of people don't have that ability to coach people up. They don't even know how. They were never coached. They just, keep doing what you're doing, or they were put in positions or whatever it is. And that's how they became the leaders and supervisors they are. So it's hard to coach people when you were never coached. That's why they say that people who can't play coach. Now it's starting to be that only coaches have to be players. But I think my point for asking Corey that question was that a lot of people, like he said, if I have something negative on me, it's going to come up in the EFDP, which is, the evaluation that who's going to get stratted or go up to the wing or whatever, stratted. So if I don't do nothing at all, they can't say nothing bad about me, kind of thing. And now other people are going to get comments something bad about them, so it's going to push me above them. So if I just sit here, hold the line, which means sit here in my chair, make sure that my commander, make sure my chief, make sure my shirt, make sure my supervisor's happy, I don't give a shit about the airmen because they're not in the EFDP voting on if I'm going to get if I'm going to get promoted or not. So what do I care about them or their opinion? How do we stop that? Because, and DC, correct me if I'm wrong, when you were dealing with that, nobody cared about that part I just spoke about, how hard or how tough you were on your airmen or how you held them accountable. Nobody cared about that part.
Not as much as they do today.
Right.
Not as much as they do today.
Like, none of your airmen ever had a voice in a room, whether you were going to get promoted or not. But then again, it wasn't on that. It was just the WAPS testing and whatever it was, and then your EPRs and stuff like that. So nobody ever knew or cared. Now it's like, it's more broadcast. I think that's the other thing as well. People know who the shitbags are. People know who the shitbags are that are in the organization. And when they get promoted or they get the nod on the EFDP, then all of a sudden people like, man, how the hell did we mess that up? And nobody says nothing about it. It's already too late there. It's way too late. That should have happened months and months and months ago. But all they did was keep their head down. They went to places when the commander was around. Like, we had an immersion by the new wing commander. Man, everybody shows up. It's like a goddamn party that everybody got an invite to.
Yeah.
Man, you ain't been at work for 3 days. You ain't been on leave. You've been teleworking for the past 3 days. But all of a sudden, the wing commander shows up, and man, you're right there. Right there, looking sharp as hell. And now all of a sudden, with EFDP, the wing commander looks at me like, man, I remember that airman or remember that NCO. They look sharp as hell, that one emergent I came by. And nobody sits there and be like, yeah, but the other 364 days, they were null and void, not existent. I guess
So
that
you
backs
say
to
that, but
peer
let's-
reviews.
But you say that, but here's the thing, and that goes, I think I said this before, like that's just the way of the world, not just in the military. But
Oh,
in
yeah, true.
regular, right? You know what I'm saying? Right place at the right time. That's when we say it's more than just your EPB, your performance. It's your ability to gain. It's the intangible. It's the intangible. Stop it. Stop it by stop, gaff, and hold the line.
I don't know what gaff is.
Okay.
Help me out with that.
But I don't know either. Maybe he can let me see what Don Trail says. Okay, it says Don Trey Lampkin says you hit the nail on the head earlier when you said we went overboard with DNI. Thank you. It came up as an airman basic. Me too. Shout out to that. At Maelstrom, I was there too in the early 2000s. So trust me, I was a fan of DNI. However, when we went too far and overlooked standards and regulations to conform to everyone feeling comfortable without caring about accountability, give them a bomb for that one. I agree wholeheartedly.
Oh,
So
GAF is
let me giving a
stop. Stop it by stop.
yeah,
giving a
thank you
fucking
for
whole
hooking us
lot.
up, Charles. Yo, I'll say this. Let me say this. There is something to be said. There is some benefit to holding people accountable today to some degree. Because I think because of the way of change when it comes to holding supervisors and commanders in general accountable, I think that has brought to light a lot of bad leaders and people abusing the system because of social media and different channels that people can use. Because you see them all the time. Like you had the Eglin Air Force Base wing commander or the CE commander. I'm sorry, not the wing commander. The CE commander that was jettisoned, which was weird. That was like the day before his change of command, he got fired. I don't know why. But you have cases like that. My issue is that every time you see smoke, there's not a fire.
Mm.
Meaning, just because someone is being held accountable for something doesn't mean they're a bad leader.
Oh,
And I think they should be given the benefit of a doubt. If I say, "Hey, Eric, Chief Johnson told me I could not wear this particular brown T-shirt at work. I think it's unfair," and I put it on social media. Instead of jumping, and not everybody does it. Some people say, "Hey, there's not enough context there for me to comment." But you got people coming in. And my favorite is some of the retirees. Those who are here retiree. I'm not talking about you, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm glad I got out.
Yeah.
I'll sleep comfortably with my DD Form 214. This blah, blah, blah. I hate hearing from them people. But instead of jumping and pounding at the door, wolves to the door, maybe consider the fact there's something to it. Maybe when that chief came to me and said my brown T-shirt was unauthorized, maybe I had a symbol up here. You know how some people wear T-shirts as guys, because not only that, if you have a symbol on your T-shirt and it shows the uniform is unauthorized, is it not? Even if you have your squadron patch here, unless it's your wing commander, your squadron commander authorizes it. If you have a symbol here and it shows the uniform, technically it's not authorized. So instead of saying, "Hey, that individual is wrong, it's a valid brown T-shirt," is that what we're worried about? That's my favorite too. When people's like, "That's all we're worried about now. There's more important things to be worried about." Both answers are correct. When you say, "Who cares about unauthorized patches?" then you have somebody else say, "Well, if you can't follow one standard, how small it is, how can we expect you to follow the big things?"
Right.
Both are correct. Because I would tell you, if I pass by a troop that has on their IBV or their vests, if I come by and it has a symbol on there that says my morale meter, I don't care about that. And I know you're going to say, "DC, you're a hypocrite." I'm just being honest. I don't care about that. What I do care about is if he has that on his vest, but not his name tag. That's what I care about. Now, or if instead of that morale patch meter, it's a picture of a naked lady or a derogatory picture. That's what I care about. Now, for people out there that jump on folks for the smallest things, case in point, the morale meter on their vests. But last week, you rolled through that gate and you saw them with two different types of uniforms on, but you said nothing. That's where the issue rolls in at. So I think in the end, I'm putting down everything. I agree with everything Corey's saying. We have swung too far to the pendulum. How do we get back? I don't know. It's just like beards. Like, how can we, if just hypothetically, if we said no more shaving waivers, no more beards, eradicate them all, you can get a shaving waiver, but now we're going to clamp down on them. It's going to be very difficult.
Oh yeah,
because we won without honest commentary. And I'll say this, and I'll get off the beard thing. For those who disagree or agree, put in the comments or jump on. A shaving waiver is a medical profile, is it not?
yes.
2, can it be said that if you have a shaving waiver, there is a way over time through coaching, through practice, that you may not be able to be clean shaven, but you can shave through another method? Is that possible?
Not possible. I'm not a medical professional, but possible.
Right, not. So I'm speaking from personal experience. I've had a shaving waiver until I was a master sergeant. And then I stopped. And I was taught when I had a shaving waiver to use clippers. And when I shaved a day, I used clippers. I used 2 types of clippers and a trimmer. And I'm never cleanly shaved. I had little pieces of hair or whatever. And sometimes I know like now that I haven't shaved for days because I'm on leave, I know there's a possibility I might have some PFB under here. But I know how to treat it. My argument is, I think, and I'm going to say, I promise I'm going to say this, I'm going to get off. I keep saying this, but because.
Yeah, we're waiting.
All right. Okay. You let me know when you're done.
Go ahead.
Okay, good. Now, here's my thing. I think for folks out there who want a shaving waiver, or who wants beards across the Air Force, we're going about it wrong. We cannot focus on the fact that, hey, men should have beards. That's not going to work. Like, for me to say I want a beard, that's not enough. And for folks who compare it to a ponytail, it's different. When they came about ponytails, they brought up some science about it caused headaches to females and things of that nature, right? And so they authorized it. And you will find not every female wears a ponytail. Some of them don't, surprisingly enough. So I would argue if the Air Force said, we're going to allow all men to wear beards, there are some people who probably still wouldn't wear a beard. But for us to say we want beards because men should be able to wear beards is not enough. We need to really, I think we need to go down the direction of for medical reasons, based on how many waivers we have now from last I checked, up to 30,000 plus. That shows, in my opinion, there's some data there that the majority of men have problems shaving. We need to really focus on that versus saying, we should all have beards. It's unfair. It's not working.
Oh, that was a long analogy, a long soliloquy. I understand your point. I think, like Struthers just said, we have a mechanism in place. It's just being abused.
I agree.
That's really it. That's really it. And you know what it is?
So I would respond back in turn. Tell us why.
Why it's being abused?
Why you think it's being abused? Yeah, why you think it's being abused?
Because everybody can get one. There's no longer nobody wants to be the bad guy. So I think before, when I got a shave way back when I was an airman, you had a shave in front. Yeah. When you made me go get one, by the way. You made me go get one.
But you're like a TCN. How you get? You're not even.
Anyway, we don't call him TCN.
I'm sorry, local country national.
Shout out to Felicia Ferguson in UPC, who is a really good supervisor, unlike some. But anyway, you made me get one. So I remember when I went to go get one, I had to shave. First I let my hair grow, and they had to see the joints. Then I had to shave in front of the medical provider. Then I had to go back, let them see some more bumps, and then they would give you, hey, okay, you can't shave with a straight razor, or you can't shave against the grain. Mm-hmm. You gotta shave with the grain. So just here how your hair grow, even though it kind of grows in different directions. You need to see where your hair. And they literally like shaved my face for me. I felt like I was at a bar or like at a barber, and they were like, "This is your waiver, and it says you will shave every other day with the grain." That was the only thing on my waiver. But I remember it was like a week and a half long process that I had to go through. It wasn't like I just show up, be like, I need a shaving waiver. Like, okay, check your 422. We'll put it there at the end of the day. That's really what it is now. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what you say by abusing the system. It's just how the system is in place. Medical providers probably got a lot more busier than what it is. So they don't have time to sit there and have those 1 week long shaving classes. You know how crazy it would be. What if somebody like an airman started a shaving class that you had to go to before you go to medical? So like medical didn't have to do it. You go to have a shaving class with some airman, like say somebody who has this thing on their face, and they just say, hey, this is how I do it. So we're almost like we're going to get together and shave in the morning. That'd be crazy.
So I was trying to bring it up, but that's what AFSOC brought up. AFSOC started going to, if you wanted a shaving waiver, you had to actually go through a class first to be able to get one. And it was beaten down all over social media. It says, look, Air Force special operators must take shaving class to get a waiver. This was back in March. And so my thing is this. For the folks, it was folks was jumping all over them like, this is unfair. Just because I take a shaving class doesn't mean it's going to stop my PFP. Right. Like, come on. That, to me, let's be honest. To me, this is my personal opinion. Y'all can beat me down if y'all want. To me, a shaving waiver is almost the same as similar as having a waiver because you can run. Because if I can't run, then what they will say is, okay, you go to physical therapy. Right. And you do physical therapy, and then they'll say, can you run now? No, I'm feeling pain, more physical therapy, whatever, right? for a shaving waiver, that's almost to imply you will never get better and be able to shave. Maybe for some, because even to this day, I still get PFB every once in a while. But I guess it's I made a decision. It's not serious enough for me to get a waiver. But I would argue that folks that get upset because you have a command that says, I want you to go through a class to get a waiver first. What is wrong with that?
It's
What
the
is
point
wrong with
of
someone
that
even
you're
asking if you
inconveniencing
have a
people
waiver?
from their
I
regular
agree.
daily
I
life.
agree.
That's all
But
it is.
this is
That's all
this
it
is
is.
part of the reason why we are, at least in my opinion, we're not going to get beards because of stuff like that.
True.
If you have a legitimate waiver, then you just produce it. If you want a waiver and your commander says they want you to go through a shaving class, just go through the class. What is wrong with that? If your doctor says, hey,
100%.
before we give you a waiver, we're going to have you shave with clippers first. What is wrong with that? It's almost like, give me the waiver, that's it, leave me alone.
Yep. That's what I mean.
What's wrong with
Yeah.
that?
Anyway, we can get off this because we can go on there all day.
We can move on. Anyway.
What duck?
Okay, so we'll do the What the Duck Award. So,
ladies
okay.
and gentlemen, UPC brings to you our monthly segment of What the Duck from Philly, DC. Okay,
it wasn't bad. You gotta work on. It's gotta be a little bit.
Yeah, I got to work on. Yeah,
hype than that. But anyway,
yeah.
thank you.
I need some music, but go ahead.
So for folks who may not know, the What the Duck Award is an award we give out to buffoonery, nonsense, something way out of bounds that made you say, instead of what the, you say what the duck.
Show t-shirt. Show t-shirt.
Before I announce it, we're giving out these t-shirts. Oh, let me move the mic out the way. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you. And why you gotta sit up like that? Look like a fat kid trying to get out of a chair.
Because it's look.
There you go. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you look like a fat kid trying to get out of a chair right now.
So you can see, like, oh man, my mic is in the way. I have to turn to the side. Okay, so the duck. See what? What the duck? Right. So this picture I created with the help of AI. This is the type of face I give, and I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, I'm going to give out 5 of these at AFSA. We'll talk about AFSA. We'll throw a plug for AFSA again before we get off. But I'm going to give out 5 of these at AFSA. So basically, it's nonsense that we believe that's going on. I really wanted to talk about Amber Rose. Thank you, TCs. I really wanted to. Because she was close, girl. She was close. She was about to get it. If you don't know why, Amber Rose, the fitted cap would have been good too. The fitted cap would have been good too. Thank you for that. Fitted cap. Amber Rose, y'all close. It was really close, but I have another winner. But real quick, Amber Rose, just real quick, she chatted at the Republican convention. I will just YouTube it. I'll just leave it at that. And of course, we showed the general Rose. But anyway, I was going to show all the nominees, but I won't. In the interest of time, I won't. I will give you, this is my What the Duck Award. So if you're not familiar with Ingrid Andress, she is a famous country singer. She went viral across the internet for singing the national anthem at the home run at the All-Star game, baseball All-Star game. And I'll just show you the video so you'll see it yourself. And I will play.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. We have to hear the whole thing.
It's only a couple of seconds. All right, I'll speed it up. All right. Here you go.
No butter garbage. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. This way gets bad.
Watch this.
Oh, that hurts my soul. God, that hurts my soul. God, that hurts my soul. God, that hurts my soul.
So many levels. What? Did you know she said she was drunk when she sang it?
Oh.
This is worse than Fergie, bro. This is worse than Fergie. If you remember, Fergie was bad. But this is bad. And you know, she was nominated for like 4 or 5 Grammys before this.
Shout out to Auto Tune. That's crazy.
She was doo-doo butter garbage.
Yo, that's bad. I think I can do better.
What you think you could go ahead and try it? Go ahead and try it. Okay, just get to it.
Whoa, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
You've been better with
so
tunes.
Whoa, say, can you see? I got
okay. All right. All right there. So that being said,
oh, that's dope.
Ingrid Andress, can y'all see, is our What the Duck Award winner for the month of July. Everybody give her a boo or boo. Whatever. You got a boo sound bite?
I got it. All
right, boo. We'll just give it a Skeletor laugh. That was bad, bro. So congratulations. You get nothing.
Yeah.
Surprise. Or you actually get a t-shirt. But yeah, surprise. Yeah.
Yo, you know what? I wish we could get her agent and just send her a t-shirt. Like that's courtesy of UPC. Oh man, what a long show. Good show on the corner, man. Though. Yeah, good show on the corner. Yo, I remember. So first of all, if y'all didn't catch
the first 30 minutes,
we talked about Joe Biden. He's done running for president, and he campaigned for Kamala to go ahead and do her thing. So he said full send. Yeah, if we got the agent, we'll send one to her, maybe. But yeah, then we talked about some military stuff. But yeah, good show. Thanks for Struthers for going on. Big shout out to Faith for coming on. Y'all are welcome to come on too, man. Whenever y'all want, we have the corner. Great show that we have for Philly, DC. It's at the end of every month. We go on every other week, so it'd be the basically a month from now, the end of August, we'll go on again. If y'all want to come on, talk about whatever. If y'all just want to bring up a topic. And I think I like that the best. When y'all can challenge us for what topics y'all want to bring up and we can talk about it, either give us an understanding, educate us, or we can chime in and pretty much correct y'all. Like that better. But
and then feel free.
Big Williams said she's running for president. You got my vote. You got my vote on.
Yeah, I'll endorse you. Let's endorse her.
Put me on the campaign. Put me as your vice. I'll run as your vice.
Yours.
But anyway, so
if not through this forum, drop it on our Facebook page. If you got topics you want to talk about, put in our Facebook page or DM us, so we'll find it and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. Challenge us to what you want to talk about, because I'm always ready for a challenge. I'll tell you straight up if I don't know what the hell it is. Other people try to make up shit. I'll tell you straight up if I don't know.
Oh man, shout out to D Glove, man. Shout out to that dude, man. No, I gotta give him a shout out, man.
Why did DC get a salute?
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Get a salute?
Deidre Glover, this dude, I was working with Deidre Glover and Kadena when I was a tech sergeant. This dude was there before me. And I came in, my head was big coming from Yakota because I was the man. And I worked with Deidre, man, and I learned so much from him. I must admit, at first it was a little competition, but I learned so much from that dude. Is a legend, man. And that dude's, I'll tell you, that dude would have definitely been the chief, man. That dude, I learned a lot from that dude. Hey, shout out to that dude, man.
Thank you.
Oh, my bad, wrong one.
Thank you for
yeah. Shout out to DJ Glover, man.
I'm bound for.
But, what were we saying? But before
we're wrapping up the show, so you give your.
Yeah.
You give your.
So just real quick,
act like you've been here before. We do this every 2 weeks and we end the show and I usually throw it to you. You usually do a good job. Catcher do a good job. But now I feel like we're in the desert again where you drop the winning touchdown and we end up losing to the back office. But go ahead.
Stuff like you passed the ball to the wrong person and they shot the basket in Ramstein.
That was not for the championship game.
I wish
against
Steven
back
Trotter was here
office.
because
That was not-
former Chief Steven Trotter saw you do that. He
That
yelled
was not.
across
That
the
was.
court.
That was not the
Yo, to
championship
put it in
game.
perspective,
That was
folks,
not the
you
championship
know how
game.
you inbound the ball and somebody comes in front and be like, ball. He passed it to that dude. He's like, oh, shoot. And it,
Yo, I'm gonna bring up
This
all the
guy.
clips of drop passes. That's what I'm gonna do for
You
the
ain't
next show.
got none. I
All
got
the
proof.
all
I
the
got
clips
proof.
of drop passes. Go ahead,
Anyway,
Butterfingers.
I digress. So real quick, 2 quick points because he's a dodo butter. That's right.
I don't even
2
know what
quick
that
points.
means.
Again, just another plug for AFSA. Pete and I will be there in AFSA in uniform and out. We're going to work the crowd.
Pause.
We plan on doing a show, an impromptu show during AFSA, probably be in the evening time. We will drop a link on Facebook where we're at. If you would like to join in on the show or be interviewed to talk about your thoughts on AFSA, we will be here. And then as far as talk about whatever you want, one of the things I value about this platform, and I hope you all agree, is we're willing to talk about anything. Anything.
Almost anything.
And it's nothing against other platforms out there, but we give you an opportunity to express your opinion about anything, just like we do. I won't go into details, but most of you guys know us that's in uniform. All of the things we post here, or we propose, or we post here, or we talk about is our opinion only, not in uniform. But that's the beauty of it. We keep it clean. We may straddle the line a little bit, but not enough. So you can talk about whatever you want here. It's a safe space. And who knows? We could bring about change together. So that's all I was going to say.
Can't
Thank
talk
y'all
about
for
them
listening.
cowgirls. Shout out Dooley Allen coming in the show late as always.
Bro, we should do a show with that dude.
Hopefully going to AFSA.
Ducks.
Yeah,
That
hopefully
dude
going to
talk about it.
AFSA.
That dude posts anything.
Dooley, you going to AFSA? Yeah, comment, but we're getting off the show. But comment on there. Hopefully, you're going to AFSA. Anybody going to AFSA? Shout out to y'all. Hopefully, we learn something, take some good notes, meet some good people, have some good networking. You going to AFSA? Word up. Bet. Hey, we're doing a show out there, so we have to get you on. Hey, shout out for wearing a t-shirt too. I don't even know if you knew you were. You're not going to AFSA. Never mind. Yeah. Shout out to you for winning the t-shirt though. Yeah, so anyway, we out here. Unpopular celebrities. See y'all in 2 weeks. Peace.
Peace.